Thank you for the opportunity to present to you today. I'm going to be talking about Scanalyse's mill mapper technology, which will be contributing significantly to reducing CO2 emissions in mining. What I'm going to be talking about today will be a little bit about our existing conventional or current technology that we have, so you understand how that works, and then we'll talk a bit about the big opportunities which are being presented to us in energy efficiency areas. So, no, wrong one, sorry. Grinding mills. Our technology, current technology, is all about grinding mills. What is a grinding mill? It's a large steel shell that rotates. It's got rocks and it's got steel balls, basically cannonballs inside. If you think about a clothes dryer on steroids, you've probably got some way towards understanding what it looks like in there. It's very energy intensive and it's a very costly process. So our innovation was to, during shutdowns, put a 3D laser scanner inside the mill, and we collect the data shown on the right there and turn that into a three-dimensional model of the all the internals of the mill. So we know exactly what's going on. The conventional way to do that, to carry out that process, is for a man to climb inside the mill with a handheld instrument, basically take a few measurements and write them down on a piece of paper. So you can see it's worlds apart. The benefits are improves safety, reduces costs, improves performance of the mills. So that's the current technology. We've built a good business out of that over the last 3 years. A global business, we've turned over $2.5 million last year. We're profitable, and we've got 40 clients on 4 continents. The business model is a service model, so data comes in from the sites. We process it in our headquarters in Perth and send the results back to them. So relatively low overheads to actually do the work. That's the conventional business, current business. That's going to grow quite nicely, and we have a couple more products coming along. But what's the really big opportunity? Well, what's the big problem? For the mining industry, like the rest of the world, shortage of energy, shortage of water. We're not going to do much about water, but we can do plenty about energy. Our technology, well, just a couple of slides here on energy in mining. We all know that it's been growing. Energy in the mining industry. The mining industry consumes about 8% of the total energy consumption in Australia. This is a comment from John McGarr on grinding. John McGarr is Head of Innovation at Rio Tinto. 5% of the total energy of the planet is consumed by banging rocks together. Very inefficient, and there's got to be a better way. Some more numbers in terms of grinding specifically. Grinding consumes almost 2/3 of the energy used in mining. It's a huge amount of energy in one sort of point source. Very low efficiency, so it currently costs about $15 million a year in energy costs, and produces 53 million tonnes of CO2. What's the solution? We can stop buying gold using copper, silver, lead, zinc, all the minerals that are produced by this process, or we can improve efficiencies. And we think our technology is going to be able to do that. We've set a target of 10%, which we think we'll achieve, and that equates to a 6% energy savings for mining energy consumption, 0.5% for the total Australia consumption. In dollars, it's about 1.5. The savings are about $1.5 billion per year, and that's excluding any carbon taxes. We haven't built this in. Saves about 5.3 million tonnes of CO2 emissions. For example, in comparison, the wind farm investment of $1 billion will save about 1.7 million tonnes of CO2 per year. How are we going to do it? Basically, we're going to use the data that we're collecting, and this data has never been available before for grinding mill operators. And I've shown you some snapshots of the various types of data that we're collecting. We're integrating those into current models for grinding mills and developing new models around energy efficiency for driving these mills. Climate Ready funded research with a $4 million project which is currently underway. Now, how are we going to make any money out of this? Well, if we achieve a 15% market penetration, and we're already there with numbers of clients in Australia, and all the numbers here I'm showing you are for Australia only, multiply them by between 5 and 10 for a global rollout. So we'll save, we're talking about $225 million of energy costs. If we put a deal to the clients that they'll save 85% of that, 15% comes to us, we're going to take a fee of $34 million a year in Australia. And our cost to run that sort of business we estimate to be about $2 million in a centralised processing centre. The timeline here, the last 3 years we've developed the company in Australia and the distribution networks. The next 2 or 3 years will be focused on the global network and developing the energy efficiency models. By 2013 we should be able to deliver pretty irresistible value proposition to our clients. So, in summary, we've got proprietary software, we've got patented technology, we've got secure IP through our service model. Our IP never leaves the building, essentially it's in Perth.
Thank you very much, Peter.